This is TransAfricaRadio.
Yeah, Katleho is a great. He's a really great. He's a great chef.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a great chef. He's a person who like doing different stuff.
Yeah.
Like seeing people happy by food, by making good food.
Yeah.
Which is that's why he joined this industry, because of this. He wanted to make people happy with food.
Yeah.
So when exactly did this mentorship start, and how exactly did this mentorship start between the two of you?
The two of us, we at Jimmy's when we were open, which was last year October, and then I was his senior. So I was his senior, and then he was. I was working I was his senior and working as a pizza guy.
Yeah.
And then he was on auntie doing cold food.
Yeah.
So I was his senior. So the auntie pasty, which is where he was working and where I was working, it was close. So I was always on his case, whereby you must do this properly. You don't need to take shortcuts. You need to do these things like they need to be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? Nah? This is the hardest part, I think, about being in the food industry, which is always being told, this is wrong, do this. I think this is it's super hard.
I think it's always nice to have a mentor there, someone there to tell you do it properly, instead of someone just letting you do the wrong thing. Or like,
look at agreeing, then the background he's agreeing.
Yeah, you'd rather have someone there actually help you out instead of just letting you, like, sometimes being thrown in the deep end and swimming is okay, but not all the time.
But one thing this still sticks to my mind to this day, that he said is, do it right the first time, and you'll do it that way.
Each and every single time.
Exactly.
Each and every day.
So it's a mindset thing, and as young as I am, he's been in there longer, and we do get overconfident. But as youngins, but yeah, he's been that guy who grounded me, and he's more than a mentor.
Yeah.
Big brother, he's I can only aspire to be
like him.
Exactly.
All right.
Let me
Chef Robbie, what made you get into the food industry period? Like, what was it about the food industry? It's just like, maybe I want to go in there, make people fat with all my food.
What made me to go to the industry? I grew up in a family whereby my stepfather, he was an engineer, and then my real father was a policeman. So now I stayed with my stepfather for a long time, whereby he wanted me to be an engineer. He wanted me to be an engineer as he is, and I didn't like it. When my mom cooks, I was always in the kitchen with her, and then trying to check what is she doing, and she ended up telling me, one day you'll be gay. Why are you always in the kitchen? So I said, no, I just want to see what are you doing. So I fell in love with cooking while I was still young, in an early age.
Yeah.
And then I said to myself, after I finish my matric, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Because I can see I normally hear my mom, listen to my mom singing in the kitchen, happy. And when you put food on the dining, everyone is smiling and everything. And then I adapted that, and I said, this is what I want to do.
You want to make people happy.
I want to make people happy with food.
Question is when you obviously decide, okay, right after matric, I want to get into this type of career and industry. Nah? I think this question is to the both of you as well. How is your community or your friends or your neighbors or your family, how supportive are they of you getting into this industry? Because I think especially as a black guy or as a black man, when you say right after school, I'm going to be a chef or I'm going to the chefing industry, your parents and your friends are going to look at you like, hi, bo.
You're crazy.
You're
That's
crazy.
what my mom said. She's like,
you know what I'm saying?
You better go to the kitchen.
How are you going to be making money in this industry? So I mean, how are your surroundings and how are your friends and your family, how are they being supportive of you when you say, I want to get into this type of industry?
My friends are very, very supporting. They're really, really, really supporting, and my family as well, because of where I started. When I look at where I started, they were not there. They didn't like it when I was studying, and then they say, no, there's no money in that industry. So even at the time that I was asking money after the pass of my stepdad, and asking my mom money. I said I want to go to school, and she said no fucking way, I'm not going. Sorry.
I'm trying to get fired here.
Oh, that's
this is a family show.
Sorry. I apologize about that.
We'll just go
Okay.
over there. Over that one.
I say no way. The money that you need is too much, and then you already done engineering, first year and second year.
Yeah.
But I said, Mom, this is what I wanna do in life. This is what I wanna do. She started disagreeing, but in a period after a year, she started realizing that what I'm doing is what I love, and I'm bringing.
It makes you happy.
Yes, it's making me happy, and there's a good response coming up, and as well as coming to the family, coming to providing and everything is good. That's where she started following me now and say, Katleho, now each and everywhere you go, competition or anything, I want to be with you. I want to see what are you doing. And she started now being supporting with that.
How is she today? Like, how is she now when it comes to you and your career choice?
And now she's very happy.
Plus, she
She's
gets to
very
eat
happy.
some really.
Plus, she gets to eat every day.
You can make her travel to France, Italy, Spain, wherever.
She will, because even now where I'm working, well, it's a very good
Speaking of where you are working, are you guys still working together, by the way, no?
Unfortunately not.
You guys are not working together. So where are you working right now?
Now I'm in Melrose at Jimmy Italian restaurant.
Jamie's Italian
Jamie's
restaurant.
Italian, yes.
Okay, so what type of food do they have there? Is just strictly Italian food only?
It's more Italian.
Okay.
Yes, it's more Italian.
Okay, so we have Chef Robbie and Chef Katleho in the building right now on this foodie corner. Yeah, double hour, like a double foodie corner. We're going to be eating. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. We're going to find a little bit more about Chef Robbie and, the one piece of advice he received from someone concerning the food industry. And also we're going to be talking to his mentee, the man that he calls him his big brother, yeah?
He calls him his big brother.
A little bit more about him and tasting the food that they brought for us.
It all started, an 18-year-old from Springs, loves food, and I just never saw the path to being where the Jamie Oliver, the Bobby Flay, the new people that I've been introduced to, Enrico Grobbelaar, Chef Enrico Grobbelaar, Neil Anthony, how do they get to where they are? So thankfully, connections, one of the key points within our industry, as well as networking. I got in contact with a regional manager at FedEx. So FedEx, since heydays, they've been catering company for universities, and that. But speaking, this is 2015. I show up, and I volunteered at a retirement village in Benoni. That's February, 2 months after I got my results, and my parents weren't convinced with me being a chef.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, because
that's always the question, eh? Okay,
so you can cook.
Then
I can show you things. Yeah, so that was started FedEx. 2 months down the line, they were like, also something that still sits with me to this moment is passion isn't something you label yourself. It's something that gets labeled unto you.
Yeah.
And those were the words as I got offered a job, and that's me jumping into the deep end. 3-4 months down the line, mid 2015, I went back to my parents. All this while I low-key ran away from home because they're like, king. Yeah. Then so while I was volunteering and working, I lived with family, put together the money, and I came back to my parents with, okay, this is what I want to do. I just need your help and your blessing. And it took off from there. I went to International Hotel School in Durban, met some beautiful people. A year passed. I found a means to always support myself. I made platters. I did a few functions and catering, and time went.
Why go so far to Durban and you leave Joburg?
Joburg gates up, not just gates up. Or our.
Onto your.
But with, I don't know if it's important, but IHS Durban campus at that time was the only IHS campus with residents. So things are easier.
And then you catered a little bit, like you just said. The difference between catering and actually being in an actual restaurant, which do you prefer? And if you were to maybe start your own business, which route would you take?
My route would be my own mobile kitchen. So the young festival, stand, the young food truck. That would be the best way for me to express myself, especially with me having a problem with authority. But you can ask Chef Robbie. I've had many clashes with Cat. What's going on? Cat. Swear word.
Yeah.
Cat. Yes. So,
yeah. Bleep bleep.
Yeah.
Bleep, bleep.
So it's. I really love a healthier version of fast food. I really love that. I really got inspired by James as well while I was there. The seasonality and simplicity and just the small things that people take for granted.
You know, I like what he just said when he says the seasonality of food, because I think one of the biggest problems when it comes to black people and food is that throughout the whole year, whether it's winter, summer, whatever, we are eating
the exact same
food. And
that's my problem. I always say, guys, but why are you eating things out of season? Like, they do not taste the same. They do not have the same nutritional value.
Just look at them.
Like you say, like the color doesn't look the same. Like, why are you eating apples in summer? Okay, I eat apples in summer, but all I'm saying is that, for example, an apple's going to taste so much better in winter. Oranges, the best time to get oranges is winter. Avocados, winter. I see people eating avocados all year round now. I'm just like, how? So I love that. A healthier version of fast food.
Yes,
is what you want to do.
That's a great.
And where are you at now? I love that though.
Currently I shifted lanes from the Fast Life Italian restaurant, 400 packs a day, to in-flight catering. There's a company at Ora Tambo, Temba, and it's a change of pace, but still challenging myself because I get that opportunity with more hours in my day to do such things. To pursue, to have time to be creative with myself, because ask him, it's tiring. Even me, I've been there. It is tiring. It takes a lot of your time. Yes, it's fun. It's fun times all the time. But you need that little space for your own expression.
It's actually the first time I meet a chef who basically like you're saying right now, you cook for, like, you're an in-flight chef. So basically, you're responsible for cooking the meals that are on the flights, basically.
Yes.
Correct. So what's the difference between cooking, say, the flight food and restaurant?
Restaurant, fast, I want it now. Flights, it's majority of the time, it's cold food. So you cook it, you chill it, then it's served cold. Get on your flight, ask you chicken or beef. Chicken, beef, it's cold.
And they warm it up. And
some airlines have warm meals, but we, since we service SA Airlink and SA Express, it's cold food.
Yeah.
So from business class down to Y.
I actually have a question. You know, recently when I went to England, when we went to the wife,
and she didn't bring me back fish and chips.
Listen,
like I
explained to you that
no bangers and mash.
Let's just
Yorkshire pudding.
No Yorkshire pudding.
Let's just skip that part. But anyway, when the wife was busy making all the bookings, she was just ticking kosher food, and I actually found myself, because every single time they kept saying, you ordered the kosher meal, and I'm thinking, okay, what is kosher? Maybe you can explain to me, what is kosher food? Because I actually had no clue. I had no clue what kosher food was.
From my little 2 cents, kosher is it's the halal of Jewish people. Okay. So when you're cooking, nothing that resonates with or has with pork, alcohol, right? Yeah, alcohol. So your red wine vinegar, doesn't come close.
I kept asking myself, what is kosher?
So it's the way they It's the way they interact with their food and they prepare their food, yes.
Jeez. No, like I had a lot of kosher food. But no idea what it was. I just kept my
But it's good.
You ordered the kosher? I guess I did.
We have Chef Katleho in the building, and you also have Chef Robbie as well. After we come back, we're going to be tasting. Yeah. Going to be eating a little bit, making those stomachs happy.
Yeah.
Which means happy human beings right here on Utopia, only on TransAfricaRadio.net.
If you're a chef, you must make things happen. Despite where you are and what are you running short of, but as a chef, just make things happen. And then even now, while I'm anywhere, I make everything to happen. Whatever that there is food, there is this, or there's small stuff that maybe at home they can combine to make a meal. I combine and make a meal. And then so that we cannot starve at the end of the day. So that's the thing.
So you'll probably look at, okay, there's pap.
Yes, this is pap. This is that.
Okay,
what can I do with it?
So you make it happen.
I make it happen.
Yeah, that's your man, Chef Robbie. He makes it happen.
And you, Chef Katleho, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Simply, always use two hands.
Always use two hands.
Yeah, and work smart, not fast. Like work smarter. Always aim to work fast, smarter. Simple example. Let me ask you, Sandile. I give you a pack of Viennas. I say I need these cut in half. What do you do?
A pack of
Viennas. Standard Viennas. I say cut them in half.
Viennas. Okay, yeah.
I ask you to have them cut in half. What do you do?
I don't know, take a knife and cut them in half.
Do you cut them lengthways or do you cut them across?
No, you walk me through it.
Okay.
I need them in half. What do you do?
Listen, it's a Friday, ne? My mind is 5 to weekend right now. So you can't be asking me maths question.
No,
You cut it lengthways.
You cut it, I don't know. Wouldn't you just cut it like right in the middle?
I'll cut it lengthways.
I cut it in the middle.
Anyway.
So what I'm trying to communicate, I was given that task while I was volunteering when I was starting out. So what I stupidly did, I cut open the pack of Viennas, took them all out, cut them 1 by 1 or 2 by 2. But then my chef was like, he said, Itlam, the whole pack of Viennas already packed.
Oh.
Cut all of them in the middle, open them.
Half.
The half. And how much time do you save? That's working smarter and always.
And
Now, I just wanted to quickly ask them as well, like, what are some of the challenges you guys have faced within this industry? You know, I think I've said it a couple of times when I've been on the show. I'm also from a hospitality background as well. I think one of the things that made me leave was I felt demotivated at constantly being shouted at feeling like you are not doing the right thing all the time. You know, so I think that's one of the reasons why I left. Not entirely, but it's just one of the reasons why I left the industry. So what are some of the challenges you guys have faced within this industry?
We face, yes, as you said that being shouted by the seniors, the superiors, and everyone. You know, it's really people that are shouting you. Normally, they don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you know, they just want, like, also, like, for an example, the customers, they will come in, maybe let's say for their lunchtime, and then they will just order and say, we want it on the fly, we want it, just hurry up with that. But at the same time, they don't really understand that it's not only them on that in that restaurant or wherever that they would be, you know. So that we need to hurry up with some other orders. And yes, obviously being shouted is not nice, but at the same time it builds you and it makes you strong, you know. And then that's where now you need to work hard and not to see yourself in that very same position again, and work hard so that you can get some more promotions and so that you can also do the same thing to the others, you know. So it just makes you know to work more harder.
And you, Kat?
Challenges. To pick up where he left off, they always tell us that it's passion, not aggression. Yeah. Overall, but with the challenges, me being the odd one out, so to speak, I want to do things my own way. And thinking back to high school, William Shakespeare, a hero's strengths can be his weaknesses. And me just always wanted to rebel against anything and everything. I've seen that, and it's a change within myself. Basically, I have no qualms with the industry. You just have to navigate it the way not it always has been, but in a way that you see will work out for you. So that's about it.
So tell me something. Okay, so before you guys actually just go into the food that you guys have bought for us here in studio, which looks absolutely amazing, né?
We appreciate it.
So do you guys do anything else outside of just being restaurant chefs? I mean, for example, look, we have so many people that are listening right now, and what if you guys want to get booked or something? Do you guys do markets, or how else are you guys out there within the industry, and how can people actually get a hold of you to actually get your skills as well? Because there's lots of people out there who want or who are in need of caterers, or I don't know, anything that they might need. So how would people be able to get a hold of you? Or do you guys just only do restaurant work only?
Never. But continue, Bob.
For me, I done a lot of caterings, but I was not. I didn't register a company yet because I was still building myself. So amongst in a restaurant wherever that I was, I used to cater for a lot of stuff. And I guess now there is a wedding coming in on one of our staff members, so that I would be a chef on that as well. So and then also Ekasi where I stay now, which is in Togoza Extension 2, next to Hadebe section in Sprite. So what I do, I also worked with there's a place called Mzwingeni. I used to also help there with the functions and everything, and also at Easy by Night where Brenda Fassi shooted his song Weekend Special. So that's where I cater. There is a small kitchen there that I utilize on weekends because it's only opening on the weekends. So so
that's when you can catch on weekends.
That's where you can catch.
So that's where every weekend. That's where you are.
Yes, every weekend. But I'm not fully there. So because of I'm working now. Also, my job needs my time. So there is someone who's running a show. But once on a weekend, I'm there. I'm there.
All right, that's Chef Robbie for us. And you got Katleho?
I feel like I'm not doing enough. But yes, it's still being 21. I'm only pushing and aiming to get that opportunity to work overseas. But currently, while I work, like it says, you made that commitment and you signed that contract. Give them your time as you committed to. But I do, especially with family gatherings, cats, please come cook. And I'm more than happy. My cousins, all of us having been grown up, some are having house launches, and I'll be there. And on the weekends, I do work with a catering company in Kotutuza in the East Rand. They also run a foster home, so the kitchen in a foster home and simultaneously a kitchen in a retirement village once again.
So you're paying it forward with your passion.
Yes, and I'm keeping that balance. Because it is a high stress environment. But just give it all you can. Give it what you feel you can.
So guys, take us through some of the food that you have bought for us in studio.
I see chocolate.
Chocolate.
Is that me?
So tell us what you guys have bought for us today.
Today, we've got 3 young dishes. We've got firstly, I like to start with my dessert. So we've got a young crossbreed between a brownie and chocolate fondant. It's a crumble base. So it's not really a brownie, but it's a crumble, chocolate and mint crumble. Then we blunt bake that. Then we made a simple fondant recipe.
What you blunt baked?
Blind baked.
Oh, blind baked it. I'm thinking blunt baked.
Because with
Space
the fondant,
cookies. Let's get spacey. I'm joking.
so yeah, we blind bake because the fondant is.
Yeah, I was about to ask you what exactly blind baking is.
Blind baking is cooking a crust with no filling in it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yes, the filling would be the fondant, but because fondant burns so quickly and it only takes 9 minutes to bake, and the base takes longer, you don't want to take that chance. So
Right.
yes, we did the base, then chocolate fondant on top, bake it off. The fondant soaks into the base, creating one nice.
Like
I just need a room. I just need a room.
He's really enjoying explaining it.
It's a whole hour. So we also have a chicken. Let me say like open face sandwich.
Thank you.
Is it an open face sandwich? Yes.
Yes.
And we also have a wrap as well. So what's in the wrap?
The wrap is, well, on the green side of the board, it's young summer salad, something that I would like to put on at festivals should I get the opportunity to, and at Hodrach Cafe in Vosloo. It's a garden salad. We have some pears in there. We've got baby marrow. We've got broccoli. We've got mange too, sugar snap peas for if you want to look at it in the stores, and we've got spring onion.
Okay.
The wrap itself is just the starch of the dish. It's a vegetarian dish. So a light salad, no protein, but yeah, that's a young salad. That's what I consider salad these days.
Okay, and explain the open face chicken sandwich for us.
Number one.
There's meat. For starters.
Cat that cooks clippies, barbecue sauce, chicken.
And that
So
barbecue
listen,
sauce,
that
you
barbecue
need to
sauce-
bottle that and sell it, actually.
I just personally, can I
man.
please have that recipe? I have tasted barbecue sauces, but
That one is the one.
is an awesome
It's got
barbecue
a young. It's when I made it, it reminded me of teriyaki, but it didn't have the components of teriyaki.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, penya clippy sida, and that's what came out.
It's
And,
amazing.
It's
And yeah,
genuinely amazing.
we can only experiment and work from the heart, as they always say,
Yeah.
and look at what comes out.
No, it's genuinely amazing.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming through.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to eat. And then you actually said like you gave us a layer. They've given us a layer of what's coming up next. Just your final question: what is it that food means to you?
Food.
Gentlemen.
We dream about this stuff.
Yeah. Food. Oh, food, eh? Food means. Food means a lot. It means a lot. As us as chefs. As chefs, it really mean from my side. It means that success. Like Katleho, like our name,
Yeah.
Katleho means success. So it means that to me, as Chef Robbie, it means success to me. I must be successful to do what I really care about, which is food.
Let's try to follow that one up.
For me, it's especially being in my generation. It's a medium through which love is expressed and boundaries are broken. I've had the opportunity of being a Kasi kid from the East Rand, go to Durban, meet a young funny man Collins from Kenya. I get to meet Oladipo Smith from Nigeria, beautiful lady by the name of Lindelwa from Zuluko. Like, these are the people that I wouldn't have without this career. Would I have met them and conversed with them? Highly not. But with the love that we each have for what we do and for the love of food, we've created
Friendship.
It's not. Yo,
Yeah,
that's an
long-lasting
understatement.
relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's love for me, and it's breaking boundaries. It's also if you follow the industry for the last about 10 years, it's the number one means of getting us out to the world. Take Pepper Juice, proud product.
Okay.
Like it takes us out there, it brings the world to us, it takes us to the world, and yeah, love breaking boundaries. That's food to me.
All right. Thank you so much, gents.
Amazing. Stuff.
You must come visit us again. We'll definitely follow you wherever you're going. And
I know I
thank
will.
you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Lots of eatings going to be happening right now. And enjoy the rest of your day. But once again, thank you so much for coming through to Foodie Corner.
Thank you for having us.
Myself right here on the TransAfrica Radio.
Thank you.
This is TransAfrica Radio.